episode 21, and we are back with the Ottawa Senators franchise rebuild. We're in the year 9 playoffs here, round number 1. We're coming off a great offseason where we went 50, 25, and 7. Just a quick reminder, we had a great year led by Ferland and the boys. First in our division, scoring 4 goals per game, letting in 3.2. So pretty good numbers there. I'd like to let in a little bit less goals than that, but we're playing the Boston Bruins. It's going to be a battle here. They don't score as much, but they got some players on their team, if you remember from last episode, that may come and haunt us. But the power play percentage, they're terrible. We're great. Penalty kill percentage, they have a pretty good penalty kill though. So they may be able to shut down our power play. 22 wins on the road, 23 wins on home ice, but they're coming in playoffs hot, 7-2-1, best in the division right now. So it's going to be an interesting series versus the Boston Bruins. I'm hoping we can pull through, but you never know. This may be our last year before we have to do a little retooling of the team. If you remember last episode, the contracts are not looking too good. Let's bring up the contracts here real quickly to give you guys a little bit of a head start into next season. But we got Ferland, 13 mil, basically 14. Montgomery, 12 mil. Stutzle, 12 mil. Brant Clark, 9.6. Bob Huxley, who's the best contract on our team, realistically, 6.7 mil. Langenbrunner, 12 mil. He's so good, but is he worth 12 mil? That's the big question. Brady Tkachuk is probably someone we're going to have to say goodbye to just so we can keep Phil Pitt on the team. He's going to want a contract next year, and it's going to be expensive for Phil Pitt. He wants 5 years at $9 million, so we can't afford that. But thankfully, we don't have to sign Langdon this year. Who else do we have to re-sign? Hindi, he doesn't want an extension, but we might have to offer a qualifying RFA for that one. Who else? And then Shane Pinto, who should take a pay or not. He wants 4 mil for 2 years. So Shane Pinto, another one of those guys who we might just have to say goodbye to. Just 80 overall, wants 4 mil. It's not realistic. But the big part is the goaltender here. We got to sign Blue into a contract, and he wants 8 mil for the next 2 years. So we got our work cut out for us here this offseason. But let's not worry about the offseason here, because we're about to go on a 16-game winning streak, or at least win 16 games in these playoffs to win our first Stanley Cup of the series. But a quick reminder here, we're not playing nobodies. We're playing the Boston Bruins and Alexander Barkov. We played them last year in the first round, beat them in 7, but it was a grind of a series. We got Fabian Lysell on the first line with Barkov and Pavel Buchnevich, all superstar X Factors. Second line, they got Jonathan Drouin, Par Olin, and Alex Tuck. The overalls of their top 6 are pretty filthy, if I'm being honest. With Buchnevich on the first line, they probably are getting a +5 morale as 3 superstar X Factors. I imagine they're getting that X Factor morale boost there. Third line, they got Bruce O'Brien, Rasmus Kapari, and Michel Robichaud. And then fourth line, Lombardi, Graham Shelley, and Marvin Viveris. So, they got a good team. This is not a team that we can just stomp over defensively. So, this is where a little bit of their issues, I would say, come in. So, they got Charlie McAvoy and, of course, Thomas Chabot. Another former Ottawa Senator who's looking to bite us in the butt here. But they got Exelby, and Charlie McAvoy. McAvoy's great. Exelby, 76 overall. And then we got Chabot and Ullman. Again, 79 overall. And then this third pairing, we really got to take advantage of this third pairing. They got Lehman and Stevenson. What a name. 76 overall, 73 overall. So this is definitely a defensive core that we can take advantage of, especially with how good our offense is. And then in the pipes, they got Philip Gusterson, another Ottawa Senator, and Michael DiPietro. I think we should take this in 4, 5, 6 games, but you never know how the slow simulation goes. But we do have home ice advantage in the series as we are the #1 seed in our division. Game #1, Ottawa versus the Boston Bruins in Ottawa. We need to get off to a wicked start here. Do I just simulate this period? Here it is. It's going to be like that, NHL, isn't it? We're getting outshot 12-8. They get 2 goals from Robichaud and Lombardi as they take a 2-0 lead. Second period, unable to break through 2. Shots are tied at 18 all. Come on, boys. You can't lose the first game on home ice. Power play. This is our big moment. Cannot break through. 10 minutes left in the game, and we're struggling here. Can't get one by the Tendies. 83. We need a power play goal here. Game 1, we get shut out 2-0 versus the Boston Bruins, and they had Michael DiPietro put up an insane performance. 29 saves on 29 shots. Gets the shutout. Down 1-0 in the series. That's never good to see when you can't score. Our offense is probably like a 93. We gotta be able to score here. Langenbrunner, I'll tell you right now, your job is on the line here. If I'm paying you 12 mil, I don't care how good you are in the regular season. I need you producing in the playoffs. First period, and there we go. That's more like it. We get one from Bob Huxley, Brady Tkachuk in his last hurrah with the Ottawa Senators, and Alexander Malkin. You know, I'm kind of thinking Bob Huxley would be a good replacement for Langenbrunner, though, especially in the contract he's on. Something we can definitely keep an eye out on. But let's get back to the game here. Second period, we exchange goals as Thomas Chabot scores his first goal against us. And as I bring up Langenbrunner, he gets a power play marker as we lead 4-1. You know, we got a 3-goal lead. And then we why are we going 5-on-3 right away? They get a goal from Par Olin, but we kill the 5-on-4. They get another from Druin, and now it's a 4-3 game with 10 minutes left. And we take another penalty, but Bob Huxley scores for the boys. And then Phil Pitt, 2 shorthanded goals in the third period to solidify this victory, hopefully. Quick simulate the rest, and we get another from Brant Clark. I mean, who's taking these penalties? Thank God for Phil Pitt and Bob Huxley, because, I mean, that whole third period, we were shorthanded. Huxley with a big game. Brant Clark and Chabot, and so he's saying Chabot and Brady Tkachuk have big games as well. And we're now even 1-1 in the series. I mean, we got to stop taking these penalties, though. We're going to Boston for game #3. Deep breath, deep breath. Someone, who is it? Langenbrunner. He gets all of his goals on the power play. He is a power play specialist, but for $12 million, is he worth being a power play specialist? We're up first, up 1-0 in the first, second period here, and they answer back as Kapari scores 2 goals on Bluin. Who the heck's this Kapari guy? I'm pretty sure he's one of their third liners, but down 2-1 in Boston in the third period. The third periods have been wild here, and Brady Tkachuk scores from the dot to make it 2-2 on Michael DiPietro, but Kapari completes the hat trick, and they get another one from Lysell, but Ferland answers back. I mean, 3 goals in like a minute right there, but we come out on the bad end of that. We got 5 minutes left. Come on, boys, everything to the net. Huxley, please. And we're shorthanded again. And Barkov ends the game. We're taking way too many penalties here. Kapari has a great game. 3 goals, 0 assists. Barkov a goal and assist. Kapari beat us there. A third liner beat us. Losing 5-3, down 2-1 in the series. I mean, this is a must win now. Game 4, down 2-1. You cannot fall 3-1 down in the playoffs. You just can't do it. First period, and this one's going to be a tight one again. It looks like it's going to be a tight one. I need a goal from Stutzle. I have not seen anything from him. Tim, I'm talking. I need it. Kapari again, and Alex Tuck. 27 shots. Like, how are we not scoring? 27 shots on goal here. Third period, down 2-1 in the series. I mean, we got to get this one. We need to score. We cannot fall 3-1 versus the Boston Bruins. And they get another goal from Par Olin. And we take another 5-on-3 penalty. I mean, we wasted 5 minutes with that penalty. We get one from Ridley Krieg back to make it a 3-1. But we need another one quickly. It's not going to look like it as we fall in the game 3-1, and the series is also 3-1 in favor of the Boston Bruins. Like, what is going on here? Let's see. The only good thing is we have to win 3 straight. 2 of them are home ice games. But I mean, we're shuffling up these lines. There's no way. Stutzle, no. What has Stutzle done? I mean, he's got 3 assists in 4 games, -3, -3. Langenbrunner has 2 goals, but they were both on the power play. So you know what? Let's get Brady Tkachuk's been good. Brady Tkachuk has been good. How's this line playing? 3 points. Phil Pitt hasn't really done much. Let's go like that. Langdon, 1 assist. Okay, Langdon, you come down. You know what? We got it. Do we send out our superstar, Tiny DeMaio? Do we send him out there like last year? It's happening. Tiny, you're going up there. You're going there with Tkachuk. Phil Pitt. We'll keep it like that. Bouglet. Yes, Bouglet. What are you? 1 assist. Shane Pinto. Let's get up there. Tarasov. How's Tarasov played? 2 assists. Okay. Langdon's got the 1. Tarasov, you're going up 1. We're shaking it up here. We're shaking it up. Malkin, Hindi, Santala, -1. Wesley Garvin, -1. Brant Clark, you're going down. We're gonna put Brant Clark here. Santala on the first line. We're line matching now, or line juggling now. And then in the nets, Bluin, you know, do we keep him? He hasn't been terrible. He hasn't been terrible. You know, .900, 3 goals against. But we need a shakeup. Fedoruk, this is your chance, buddy. If I'm going to run with you next season, I need you to prove it here in the playoffs. Like, I don't know if we're going to be able to bring back Lewin. So Fedoruk, take the reins. Tiny DeMaio, take the reins. We're throwing a Hail Mary here. It's kind of like Tiny DeMaio is by Jason Spezza for Toronto. Except he's about 10 years younger, 15 years younger. But first period here, elimination game in Ottawa. We cannot score on this team. Their defense isn't even that good. They have 2 good defensemen, an okay goalie, and we can't break through. 3 or 4 70+ overall defensemen also. Second period. Okay, we open it up. We scored 2, but they answer back. Thank God Langenbrunner gets 1. We get a power play goal from Langdon to Chuck, and then a Langenbrunner scores on that second line. We have a 1-goal lead on home ice in the third period. Down 3-1 in the series. Boys, we just need to hold on here. Fedoruk can't do it. He cannot do it. And we take another penalty. Thank God, unable to score on that. We kill it shorthanded. Come on, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Oh, man. This one's going to overtime. Game 5, down 3-1 in the series on home ice. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Boys, we're on home ice. We need to score. We can't go down in 5 games to the Boston Bruins after winning the division. We just got to continue. Oh, I don't want to look. Eyes are closed. Simming is complete. I don't know what happened. Do I even want to click X? Do I even want to click X here? Oh, Phil Pitt, you're my hero. Phil Pitt, you are getting that contract extension. A huge goal from Phil Pitt to extend this series, and we're going to game 6 here. A 4-3 overtime win, but my team, we're due for an offensive explosion. Give me 1. I know we scored 7 earlier, but come on, boys. First. You're telling me we put Pierre Blouin back in and he lets in 6 goals in the first period? 6? I mean, Langenbrunner, thank you for trying, but Blouin, what the heck is that? Barkov, Tuck, Bushnevich, Druin, Lombardi twice. Blouin, 6-2 after the first. I mean, that's not looking good. And we take a penalty. What is this, a 5-minute major or shorthanded for 6 minutes? Another. The shots are 26-6. This is incredible. This is an all-time terrible performance from the Ottawa Senators. Add another one. 7-2. Just silly. Embarrassing. That's all I got to say about that. Embarrassing. What is Bluin doing over there? Damon Langenbrunner, honestly, for calling him out, he played pretty well. Seven points in 6 games, 5 goals. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, if I'm being honest. Who played well? We're cleaning house here. We lose 4-2 to Boston. Ugh. All right, so Langenbrunner. 7 points, -1, not crazy. Tkachuk was one of our best performers at a +6, 6 points in 6 games. I mean, is it enough to keep him around? You guys can let me know in the comments. I'm not sure. Brant Clark played okay. Montgomery, but -5. Huxley was good. Ferland, Stutzle, you guys didn't even play. I don't even know if you guys played hockey. Phil Pitt, he got the 1 big goal. That's about it. I mean, just another disappointing year is kind of what it comes down to. Another disappointing year. How did the Boston? Who played well for them? Charlie McAvoy. So 10 points for Jonathan Drouin, 6 points for Shabbat, 5 points for Barkov. I mean, who's taking the penalties, actually? I want to take a look at that. Who is taking these penalties? So Montgomery took 13 minutes. How does that even matter? Does he have any fights there or something? Does it show fights here? Doesn't show fights, but Montgomery, 13 penalty minutes. Bob Huxley, 10. Tkachuk, 8. Phil Pitt, 6. Langdon, 4. Ferland, 4. Stutzel, Malkin, Langenbrunner, Gregg, Tiny, Hindi. Almost everyone on our team took a penalty. In 5 games, almost everyone on our team took a penalty. There's 6 games. That's crazy. That's crazy. But the last thing I want to check, I kind of want to see how our penalty kill and power play were. The Ottawa Senators. So yeah, we're scoring 2 goals a game. We go from scoring 4 goals a game to 2, and then letting in 4. Our power play percentage was great, still 25%. But we were shorthanded 27 times. I mean, the penalty kill was great, but shorthanded 27 times. The next worst, if we go, let's go entire league. We were shorthanded 27. The next worst of 2 at 20. Like, way too many penalties against. Home ice, we were pretty good. Away, we didn't win a single game on the road. And that's what that's going to be. So we got a bunch of big decisions to make this offseason. What do you guys think? Brady Tkachuk. Bluin was terrible. 6 goals in game 6 in the first period. I don't know what to do with that. Fedoruk is probably our goalie of the future, since I don't know if we'll be able to sign Bluin. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm sorry for failing Ottawa fans again. But I'll see you guys in the next episode for what is going to be a wild offseason. See ya.